Content warning. The following actual play may be considered disturbing by some audiences. This video may contain explicit language, violence, and depictions of trauma. This may not be suitable for viewers under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to Otherworldly Ventures, Agents of SHAILD. This is season 2, episode 21 is where we're starting off here. I am Lodame, and these are my lovely players. So, last time we met, the Agents of SHAILD unfortunately had to burn the body of an old friend, the remains of several 10-towners who became cold light walkers, evil, crazy undead with beacons coming out of their face. And after all of that, they got to witness the giant, terrifying form of Oral the Frost Maiden descend from the sky on a mote of ice, and in her terrifying, icy voice, spout off her evil plan, essentially, of finding another to take over for Sefik. From there, they decided to talk and figure out what's going next. Zeke, many times talking about the Nominati and Macreadus and the bubbleback whale, learning that the bubbleback whale has a name and is an awakened whale named Angajuk from Speaker Shane. And that's where we pick up. Welcome back, everyone.
I think we're in a tavern, no?
Are we in the North Look? Is that what it's called? The North Look?
Actually, yes, you were in the North Look right after beating the ever-living piss out of Captain Scaff.
Yeah,
and he walked out with his tail behind his leg.
Right.
Forgot about that. That's right. It's right in here.
He's
And
killed,
yes,
literally.
also, there will be a little bit of a retcon. Farron, due to Matthew not actually leaving for work-related stuff, is not going to train with Yami by himself. However, to keep in line with everything else, Captain Scython will still be joining you.
And he's the really hot tiefling.
Yes.
Yes.
Doesn't seem like the brightest, unfortunately.
DM.
Really, he's nice, yes.
It's been a while. I can't remember Farron's cake check on Scython.
There was a cake check. I do
No.
I
remember
believe
that.
there was a cake check.
There
He
was.
flapjacks. That's what it was.
We have flapjacks?
Flapjack check. I love it. I'm into it.
I'd say a solid 6.
Okay, not
Out
we're
of
not talking
10,
Sefik.
out
Out
of
of 10. Out
5?
of 10. Out of
Okay.
10.
It's
Like,
not like
it's
Sefik
kinda
comes
like-
100.
It's like,
not like, yeah, it's there.
He's
Fair.
been
Present.
skipping leg day a couple times.
yeah. Unfortunately.
We'll fix him, Cole. We'll fix him.
Maybe that's not what Elena looks for. What does Elena look for in a person?
Very nice personality. 6 out of 10 flapjacks, but you know, hey.
He's got,
He's a
he's got
6, but
No, he's a 6.
he's a 6 but.
With a 6-pack at least, so there's that.
Wow.
No, he is, oh god, dropping, pulling.
Flat on both sides. Good job.
He's in shape. He's well dressed for the for the weather. He has 2 scimitars on his sides, and he seems to be reasonably capable. You all have another round of food. You've gotten some claps on the back, Farron, for giving Scaff what for.
I'll do it again too.
Yeah, Targos, right? He's Captain Scaff is he he's not the speaker.
No.
No. Who's the speaker? Oh, Nerth Maxildanar
That's him.
is the speaker of Targos. Did we see Nerth? Dude, guys, this name Naerth.
Nerth Maxildanar. Yeah, you saw him. He was there.
Did he seem to have a spine?
Yes, and he followed Captain Scaff out. If anybody wants to give an insight check as he's on his way out. First roll.
Yes, I will.
Oh, I
Sure.
want in. I want in.
I mean,
I want in. First roll of the night. It's a nat 20 for 26.
What?
Oh, Rose.
I don't even care about my role anymore.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
say
even gonna
this.
tell you.
I need to say this. This is the dice you gave me, Lodame.
Yeah!
Never steered me wrong. Never
Good,
steered me wrong.
Good. They're thematic for the character that they are made for.
It
Good.
looks like space.
It's so pretty.
So pretty.
So, Speaker Maxildanar is walking out like a thunderhead. He looks furious, but also embarrassed. And it's not
Good.
embarrassed by you all or anything you all did. It's for the way Captain Scaff acted in public. You can definitely tell that with an nat 20.
Okay. Oh, shoot. I didn't get that at all.
Anybody else can just tell that, anybody who at least got a 10 can tell that. You got a nat 1?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
No, I got a 19, but you know
Okay.
that -1 got an 18.
So anybody who got at least a 10 can tell that Speaker Maxildanar looks pissed.
And I'll tell you why.
Pissed at
Whatever it
us?
is. Whatever it is, Farron, he's mostly mad. That I just walked out of there just mad because of what Captain Scaff did, because he shouldn't be behaving that way. I think you gave him what for and taught him a good lesson.
I mean, yeah, neither of them should behave that way.
No, absolutely not. A leader is a reflection of the rest of their. I have no idea where I was going with that.
You were doing good, though. You're doing good.
I was confidence. I liked that. Thank you, Laurel.
As Elena has the moment where she's kind of questioning herself, Farron's like, he's like, that's our leader. That's our leader.
Laurel, with your passive perception, and anybody else who has passive perception over 20.
Nope.
Here's a little bit of chatter about Lonelywood and the forest. You try to listen in?
But can I do it, on the sly?
Yeah. Give me an insight, not an insight check, a perception check.
Oh, great.
Now that you're actively listening.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay, good. You hear people talking. I don't know if I want to go home. I mean, that beast was in the woods. Killing people. The frost druid was back there too, right? Yeah, I think I saw her walk off into the woods. And that's all you catch. After that, somebody goes like, another round! And everybody's too loud and you can't hear anything again.
Okay. No. Wait, hold on.
I'm gonna pull up.
I had her name.
I have it too, but I can't find my notebook. I don't know what I did with it.
Ravison.
You're not supposed to tell me.
We were just talking about the other day, so it's alright.
But I was supposed to. Oh, I was so close.
I think we had a fight today, right? Or is this the next morning?
When Farron fought Captain Scath,
Yeah.
that
well,
was just today. The fight with Cephik was the day before.
okay. So it's morning still?
Ish.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted a gauge of.
I pulled up the big map if anybody wanted to see where things are.
Oh, right.
Find my notebook.
Bubbleback whale.
So, you all hear that?
Well,
Had the talks of going to that there Macreadus.
yeah, Zeke, you mentioned wanting to go see Macreadus.
Yeah, I mean, he might know about the bubbleback whale, and he's definitely going to know about the Nominati, and that's really the important thing here. But, I mean, he might have information about Oral also.
Yeah. He seems really pretty far north, and Laurel's been kind of like holding out the map a bit and kind of like lays down the map so everyone can kind of see it, and points to where Lonelywood is and Macreadus's cap. Like this is where his cabin is supposed to be. Like, GM is Lonelywood is the name of the town and the name of the wood. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. So I just happened to overhear some folk, maybe from Termalaine, maybe from Lonelywood, that are really concerned about some creature in the forest there. So if you're gonna go to Macreadus's cabin,
Yeah.
you probably shouldn't go alone. I would like to come with you.
But I mean, we're druids, right? That is like a good druid? I mean, we're good druids.
Yes. The frost druids, I think they want to keep the sacrifices. They were the ones that that have been so I was gonna go talk to them anyway, so just kind of figure out like why, why?
I mean, if it's on the way, we can stop. I think that's a reasonable thing.
Okay. Yeah. That sounds
And
good.
if they're doing sacrifices, then we could maybe put a stop to it, because it's clearly not doing anything.
It's not. We just saw their goddess, and yeah. Let's. Okay. Yes.
So then, do we all want to go?
And well, perhaps we should travel with these folk who are worried. Maybe provide some protection for them, or just make them maybe feel a little bit better along the journey.
Okay. Yeah, I like that idea.
And Laura looks about the table, and if anyone else is listening, like, it's an open road. Unless y'all want to, it's understandable if folk want to just like lay low for a little bit. And Laurel kind of looks specifically at Call.
Yeah, Carl's just sitting back over there drinking on his flask. He ain't really saying too much right now, but he's listening, and he'll probably shake his head, nod, and tilts his flask towards you. Well, yeah, I'm willing to go.
So am I.
Is Captain Scython sitting with us?
He comes back over to the table with a platter of beers. We're going somewhere.
Yeah. We're
So,
and
okay,
the map is still
listen.
out there. Oh.
There's
Yeah, the map is still out.
there's a gnome up by Lonelywood who's gonna give us some information about the Nominati. I've talked to you about the Nominati, right?
At length.
Okay, so and there might be some information, and then the bubbleback whale. I think that they're gonna have some stuff about that, and that's really important right now because Elena's uncle is trapped in the bubbleback whale, and we have to go save him. And so all the information we can get will really help. And so I think we're gonna go that way. But then Laurel just said that there was, and he's gonna try to be soft, but he doesn't know how to be soft. And like, I guess there's some frost druids who are like stirring up some trouble, and so we were gonna go talk to them and see if they'd just stop. But I suspect probably not gonna happen. But we're gonna try at least.
In a nutshell.
I lost you there. Somewhere. at
Okay,
the
where
beginning.
did I lose you? Maybe I can catch you up to speed.
A gnome in a cabin.
Yes.
And the Nominati.
Yes. So the very beginning. So
Okay, so
okay.
I'm sure. I'm in.
Oh, perfect. So you did get it. Great. Sounds good.
Yes.
You ever been to Lonelywood?
No, I spent most of my time in East Haven there, but I've been over to Bryn Shander here, a few times.
Guess it'll all be our first time.
Outstanding.
Earl looks to Farron.
Yeah, I think at this point we're all staring at Farron very intently.
At this point, Farron's kind of come off his anger and is pleased with himself. He feels like he did something he's good at, doing it the right way. But he's also... He's not trying to hide it. He's keeping an eye on Call. He's sitting next to Call. He's just kind of hanging out. Well, I mean, if you guys are going, I'm going too. Who else is gonna get hit by things? But I'll hit back.
Maybe.
I'm gonna try.
I would say you're very good at hitting things.
Absolutely. No argument.
Hitting Scath was great. I'd love to do that again.
That was amazing. I would pay to
get
see
paid to
that
watch
again,
that over.
honestly.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Zeke cast some sort of spell on him during that.
Zeke kept boosting his AC and all sorts of shit. and
Right.
It was.
placed us
It was.
bet.
I was rolling real bad.
Right.
You rigged the bet.
My party, folks.
Insider training.
I love it.
Black market MMA fighters.
How far is it to Lonelywood?
From here to Lonelywood is about 10 miles. Or sorry, to Termalaine's 10 miles, and then it's about another 1.5 to 2 miles from Termalaine to Lonelywood. And from Termalaine or Lonelywood, you're not 100% sure at the exact location of Macreadus's cabin. So it could be faster to go one way or the other around either the lakeside or the tundra side. You're not sure.
Okay.
Is there a reason apparent on the map why people don't cut across that, like this part? I don't know if I'm...
On the map, no. There's nothing apparent.
Why don't they build a road then that goes like... It cuts out this square or this triangular...
You can make an insight check
On the map?
on people and why they would do that.
We're in a bar full of people.
17 on inciting the map.
You think that the established roads are just easier to travel.
Okay.
It's not that people don't do that, it's just easier on dog sleds or caravans that are in better times to stay on the roads.
Are the folk that were talking about being worried going back home to Termalaine and Lonelywood, are they still in the bar?
Mm-hmm. There are a couple tables over from you.
Oh, okay. Should we talk to Midge first before offering
At
our
least
services?
let them know. We should at least let them know where we're going at the very least.
Oh yeah, I got that all figured out. And he pulls out the book and he just
yeah.
starts scribbling. Just, you know how Zeke is. Just, you know. and at the end of this paragraph of Nominanti nonsense, he's like, oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna go to Lonelywood.
Very shortly after Midge, you see right back. Are you at the North Look?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, I guess he would say yes, and then he would probably begin to recount how awesome Farron's fight was, and like how he helped Farron, and like although he's supposed to be highlighting Farron, he keeps talking about like the cool shit that he did too, because I feel like that's something he would do.
All right. About the time you're finished writing all this in, the door opens and in walks Midge.
I'm gonna just, in my head, Zeke has his back to the door so he doesn't even notice. And he just moves the page and he like, you know, something else comes to his mind and he's continuing to write in the book.
You don't have to keep writing, dear. I'm right here.
Ah!
Hi, Midge.
Good
Oh,
to see all
hello.
of you. You all look like you're getting a chance to relax a little bit.
Picked up another job, obviously.
Hard to relax after what we saw last night.
Kind of build a reputation when you save the whole 10 towns, you know?
Aye. People are stopping by asking for you. There were a couple of kids asking for some, like, autographs and such of you, but you weren't there, so.
Oh.
I hope Max did it for us.
Maxine?
Either.
I mean, Maxwell tried, but nobody wanted his.
Well, I hope that he at least spread the good word about the Nominati so we can really teach the youth to look out for the signs.
I did. I think that's why a lot of people didn't want his, because he just would not stop talking about
He's
it.
doing amazing work. I'm really proud of him.
I want.
Yeah, he converted my whole entire army of snowmen.
He just kept talking about how the Nominati is real.
still have that thing?
What? Seek!
He pulls the doll out of his backpack and puts it on
Oh.
the table.
Cole just lifts his hammer in the air like, you better shut that thing up.
I forgot Cole hates the doll.
Creepy.
Hmm.
Does it say anything else?
I don't remember if I've had time to give it other sayings yet.
Didn't you make it say the Agents of SHAILD? or
I
something?
think that was something I was trying to. The Agents of SHAILD. The Agents of SHAILD. It's amazing.
Let's face it, our number one fan right there.
And it can do like 3, right?
It can, yeah. But at the moment, you only have those
I just
two.
have the 2, right? Yeah.
So creepy.
I know.
He'll put it back. He'll put it back in his backpack.
Hey, so you mentioned Lonelywood.
Mm-hmm.
Right. There's word of some terrible creature in the Lonelywood that people are seem afraid of. Also mention of the frost druids as well. And Macreadus's cabin.
By the
That's the ultimate go.
Yes.
Copper's friends there, right?
Yes.
Hey, I remember reading about that.
Sorry.
Hey, yeah, Copper and Nobbernock are there over at the
No!
I can't do that in that accent.
All right, take again. Come on.
Hey, so hey, there's that, and something about a monster there, and I mean Midge, she doesn't care if people overhear her, and an older gentleman stands up from the table that you overheard them at. He's like, "Hey, there's a beast in the woods. It's killing the loggers, tearing them apart."
What kind of beast? Have you seen it?
Has anyone come back to tell the tale?
Been whispers of a shape, 10, 12 feet tall, almost like a human, but the arms too long, the legs too long, antlers on its head.
Can I roll a nature check or something?
You can roll a history or an arcana check. This is not nature based.
Well, both is +0. Here we
I mean-
go.
Do you want some help?
I am not the one to. I've never heard of anything like that. That is not something natural, is what I
Can-
say.
Can Zeke make a Nominati check?
Sure, yeah. Wisdom saving throw, please.
Aaron is whispering under his breath, Elk Squatch. Elk Squatch.
Elk squatch.
23.
I mean, they've employed weird shape-changed things or turned themselves to look into monsters to terrify people before. But again, to replace them, not to rip them to pieces.
I mean, Elena has a +6 in both arcane and history, so I'm willing to roll.
Go for it.
Go for it.
I'll roll for Siphon.
Oh, there we go.
That's
10.
gonna go well.
Either way, 10. I'm gonna say Arcana.
Scaff got a 15 Arcana.
What?
He's like, I rolled a 15 on the die.
Not
right?
Scath.
Sorry,
Scython.
Scython. Scython.
Scath is back.
Scython.
We're-
Stupid red tieflings. Too many of them. He got a 15 on the die, and even he's like, doesn't sound familiar to me.
No.
Squatch.
It doesn't sound like something an Illuminati would do. Mm-mm.
And the guy's looking here. You all heading over that way? Some of us folk were thinking of heading out this afternoon. Heading across the tundra because fuck Targos.
Fuck Targos. Yeah, that
Fuck
seems like a
Targos,
miserable
okay.
place. Is that most people's general opinion of Targos?
The speaker there and the sheriff, they hold a tight grip on the town. It's not a very happy place to be. I mean, nowhere is up here, but they make it worse.
Right, they sacrifice people.
Well, hopefully not anymore. Especially after the one thrashing you gave him over there.
I'll do it again too.
Please. I would pay.
That makes 3 of us.
Should we start getting our sleds to head with you, or are you heading out on your own?
I need an hour or so. I need a nap.
Rightfully deserved.
Probably take at least an hour or so to get everyone together. There's about 100 of us that want to go back.
Yeah, and I gotta bring the dogs for a walk, so.
Isn't that what
Listen,
they do when you go? They walk.
But they can't.
They
They don't
run.
like pee and poop while they're going. So like you gotta dog them too. You gotta like let them sniff and like go around town and get all the good scritches.
I mean, I know they'd prefer to go like on a patch of grass or a tree or something, but I've watched them poo as they run.
Why would you let them do that? You should let them naturally. They don't need to be working so hard. What?
Accidents happen.
Yeah, accidents.
Can confirm.
Zeke is a dog-friendly workplace hazardous like OSH kind of a person. He wants to make sure that the conditions that the dogs we have are very well maintained and taken care of. Pooping
Right.
on the job. Can't believe I'm saying this.
No, you
It's
want to
just a
say
no-go. It's just a no-go. Pooping on the go is just not the way to go. Can't believe I said it.
Listen. Zeke is
The
strict
walking
about his
poops.
dosha violations.
Hey,
Okay.
hey, shit happens. I'm just
But not on Zeke's watch.
Can confirm.
Oh my god.
I love our group. I've missed you
I
guys so
will.
much.
Oh.
I never thought I would be mad about dogs pooping, but
We are.
you know what?
Oh god.
I'll have everybody start getting set up. We'll meet you outside the western gate.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So he starts grabbing a few folk, and they go grab a few other folk, and I'd say about 15 or so people leave the bar, so almost about a third of the people. So there's more space now. A little bit quieter. Do you all head back to the caravan?
I think Carl would leave the tavern, but he'd go back to where the pyre was.
That was just outside the western gate.
Yeah. He would go over there and have a seat where he was sitting originally, just staring over it, and he would take the ashes that he took earlier that night, and he'd do like a little ceremony that he did in his tribe. He'd take the ashes, and similar to how he put the blood on his forehead before the battle with the dragon, he would take the ashes and do some similar marks on his forehead and chest, and then he would close the bag back up, and then he would head back to the caravan.
Nice. So everybody else gets to the caravan a little before call. And inside, it looks like, I mean, Midge came back with you all. Saxter is doing some paperwork. Drangir is drinking. And the Maxes were out by the dog sleds getting everything ready at the word of their mother on your way back.
Hey, Drangir. Oh, go for it.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Farron's going to scoop Yami and walk into his room. Door still open, and he's gonna faceplant into his bed.
Drangir's like, hey.
Yeah, you ever heard of a creature in Lonelywood that, arms too long, legs too long, it's got antlers, and people are being ripped to shreds?
Has a thing for loggers.
Has a thing for loggers, but you know.
I spend most of my time out on the tundra. I don't know much about the Lonelywood.
You don't
I heard
know
something
much
about a
Lonelywood.
moose. There's some moose that live there. A couple, maybe that's what they.
It's like a person. It's like 9 or 10 feet tall or something. That's what they said.
Whole tail.
What?
Whole tail.
I've never heard of that creature
Hearsay.
before.
Hearsay.
Oh.
Stories.
Oh.
Made up.
Right.
Urban legends, if you would call them down south.
Right. Okay.
Cryptid.
Well, loggers are going missing though.
Hey, that's.
Loggers would probably be pretty tough folk, right?
Should be.
One would hope.
Hey,
Yeah.
well, whatever it is, you can handle it. I believe in you. You're strong. All of you.
Yeah, I just like to be prepared too.
I'm not too fond of surprises anymore.
I know. Not in this place.
Nah.
By the way, has Sidon come in with us as well?
Yes, he did not come in the caravan yet. He's outside.
Okay, Elaine's just gonna go to the door and just be like, "What are you doing down here getting cold? Warm yourself up."
Okay. And he comes to walk in. And Midge is like, hang on. And as he starts to walk in, his face smushes against an invisible barrier.
I didn't add him to it yet. Sorry.
Oh.
She's like, hey, now you can come in. Come on.
And he's like, okay. And he trots on in. This is something else.
Zeke
You're on the
has
inside.
12 dogs, like, running in circles and, like, getting prepared for some lunch just around you guys as you're talking. There's just 12 dogs.
Hopefully they don't start singing the song of their and they just start going
Don't
off.
encourage the. Well.
And Zeke is all in it.
Good. So after a few minutes, the Maxes come in. Like, Everything's all set to go. You'll be as soon as you harness up the dogs, you can get set. And she goes over to Laurel and hands her a little pouch. Ma wanted me to give you this. It's just in case. And she hands you a pouch, and if you look in it, it's full of diamonds.
Whoa! Who gave that to us?
Maxine.
Maxine?
Yeah, she said it was from her mom, and her mom wanted her to give it to you.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Thank you, Maxine.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
Be safe. It's getting more dangerous by the day.
Yeah. You guys too, you know? Be safe in Bryn Chandra and try not to, like, I don't know. Don't leave the walls.
Hey, yeah, we'll stay inside, and Uncle's been out. He plans on going out every night on watch on the wall. So we'll have his eyes.
Good. All right, how many diamonds?
700 gold worth.
700 gold of diamonds.
So even if it says a diamond worth, it can be diamonds worth, as far as I'm concerned. Unless it specifies diamond dust.
Okay. Do we have a bag of holding?
You have a handy
We
haversack.
have a handy haversack, which Call has. Laurel holds onto the diamonds until they see Call.
And Call comes in about now.
Laurel is still a little excited about the diamonds, but like goes over to Call, but then like notices probably like the ash maybe, and sombers themselves up a little bit, and Call, would you mind keeping this in the bag, please? It's they're diamonds.
For sure. For sure.
Thanks.
And he'll go and grab it, and he'll just put it down off in the haversack that's on the side.
You know, if you ever want to talk.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, okay.
We're all here for you.
Hey, all of us. And Midge comes up and gives you a slap on the back. You know, you're all my family, as it is. And I hope you consider me the same. And if I can take care of you any other way to help you, a hug if it matters, I'm here. Dranger's like, I'll punch you in the face if you want it. Make you feel better.
Particular type of affection, I suppose.
Hey. So you all have 45 or so minutes or so before the townsfolk were going to meet you outside the gate. And Farron's still snoring away. I don't know why he's taking a short rest, but he is. Oh, he needs hit points.
Yeah.
He got punched a lot. Yeah.
Was real hurt.
So yeah, Farron, you get to take your short rest. And anything else anyone wants to take care of before starting to head out across the tundra?
I think I'm all set.
Okay.
I'm good.
I think I'm good.
So you all get, a little bit of food in you, some hot drink, some good ale from at least from Call's flask, not necessarily from the curtain, and head out. Zeke is getting the dogs finished up after they're finished going potty and their walkies, and everybody's all set. And you're back to your 2 dog sleds. So whoever's driving cannot rest, but whoever's in the back can take a short rest, and you can alternate between the however you want to split. It's probably, what is it going to be, 2 and 3 most likely, unless it's going to be 2 and 2 and Laurel runs alongside again. All right.
Yep.
So getting out, you see almost 100 people. It looks like a few didn't want to leave just yet, but you see the same guy you were talking to. He's like, this is all that wants to go today. Do you want to lead the way, or should we?
We'll go first.
I feel like we
Sounds
should.
good. We're skipping Targos, right? We're just going straight across the tundra to the trail, right?
Straight through.
Straight.
Can confirm.
All right. So, everybody starts to get mounted up. There was no sunlight, even at noon. Just the pitch black, the stars, and the wind.
What are the conditions?
It's a gentle breeze coming in from the northwest. Clear skies. Cold. Very cold. You saddle up and head off. We're gonna go in the order I have on my screen here. So we're starting with Belle. Can you roll a d20 for me, please?
Oh no! That's a 13 for
No, that's it.
lucky 13.
On Friday the
13th?
13th.
I know.
The first hour is slow going. It is a long line of dog sleds. It is not as fast as the dogs could go. It seems like they all want to stick together. So if you still want to stay with them, you'll have to slow down a little bit. Or try and convince them to go faster.
Are we scouting ahead of the main train?
Essentially, yeah.
We know that the train is going to move fairly slowly.
Mhm.
Should we... Oh, I can't talk. I'm a cat. Never mind.
Because Farron has Fenris, at least in my mind, he's gonna, run to check on the front, not fast, but, kind of catch up to the front, make sure people are good, and then slow back down to kind of play caboose and still just check on our conga line.
Okay. The other 2 dog sleds, are you all going to stay just at the front, or are you going to go a little further ahead? A little bit just trying to get some ideas just in case something happens.
So, Laurel is Craig Cat. Laurel would not do the circles like Farron is, because Laurel would not want to spook the other dogs as a Craig Cat. So Laurel would probably be taking a point, maybe.
Okay. Can I have a perception check from
I was afraid you were
Cat,
going to ask me
Laurel,
that.
and Farron and Fenris?
Okay, that's a dirty 20 for Farron.
Good. That's
And a 21 for Fenris.
10.
Okay. Laurel, you are just kind of loping along, just next to everything, not noticing much. Farron, you think you see, it's hard to tell with how dark it is, and it's just the barest amount of moonlight even, and then starlight. But it seems like east of you, maybe a mile, 2 miles. You think you might see some shapes, but you're not sure.
How many do I? Is it a group or just a couple?
It's really hard to tell with how
Hard to
far
see.
off and how dark it is.
Okay. Farron will make his way towards. Where is Call right now?
Should be on one of the front dog sleds.
Okay.
So probably like 50 to 100 feet in front of the caravan of sleds.
Okay. And then, I'm sorry. Where's Craig, Cat, Laurel?
With the sleds, with your
With the
group
sleds
kind
also?
of, kind of loping
Okay.
a little ahead of them.
Okay, so I'm off in my own area. Okay. I'm going to try to interpose myself between where I think these figures are and the caravan, and I'm gonna just let out a sharp whistle to try and get some of the group's attention.
You get everybody's attention.
I'm gonna do one of these, like, come here.
Yeah, Call would head over to him.
And as you all kind of, or those that do group up and it kind of slow down a little bit, Farron, you point off to where you saw the shapes. There's nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. It's very snowy out that way.
I think we're
And hard
being,
to see.
I think we're being stalked.
Stalked?
Did you see something?
It's really hard to see, but there was something. Fenris picked up on it too. Not sure what, how many. Could be caribou, but there's something near us. Can I? Let's do this. I would like to use my primeval awareness.
Okay.
Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead.
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay. Let me use that spell slot. Okay. I'm gonna stick around this spot then. That's where I last saw them. I'll probably stalk a little bit, but it's weird.
Do you all continue onward?
Yeah, I think Call would head back up to the front, trying to keep an eye out, making sure ain't nothing running us alongside them or anything, or in front of them.
The rest of the hour goes by with no further sign of the shapes. The wind does pick up a little bit, so it does start getting colder. You notice that some of the Dale folk on the dog sled start to like bundle up with extra blankets and scarves and stuff. Jacqueline, roll a d20 for me, please.
Okay. A 4. Which is the roll I rolled earlier. So we're just keeping it consistent.
Short way into the second hour, you start to come upon the trail again, and you can see Mare Dualden to the north as you continue northeast on the path towards Termalaine. A little bit of cloud cover starts to come in after a little bit, blocking out even more of the light, unfortunately. And gentle snow starts.
Can I just make a maybe nature
or survival check just to see if this is just like normal snow or if like a squall is gonna hit us?
Sure.
If it's survival, it's a 21.
With the amount of wind and the amount of clouds coming in, you don't think it's going to hit whiteout conditions. It does look like a little bit of a storm is coming in, though. And sure enough, by the end of the hour, there are no stars, and it's snowing. Just the big fluffy flakes.
I would do the same thing this hour, just kind of do a lap. Probably keep looking to the east where I saw the shapes before. Just keep an eye
Farron
out.
does not have dark vision, right?
Farron does not. Fenris does.
You could give Fenris advantage. I'll let you do that for a perception check.
Let us do that.
The wind is still coming in from the northwest to the southeast.
If hearing or smell matters, he already does have advantage, but just so that's out there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Farron rolls are back. That's 12.
12. You see that, as you're kind of going around, Fenris lifts his nose every now and then to smell for anything. Checks the ground. Doesn't seem to be picking up any tracks or any smells. Doesn't seem to be on edge. Seems fine.
Okay, I'll keep patrolling.
On to the next hour. Farron, please roll a d20 for me.
All right. So do we want a Farron roll for this, or do we need him to step it up? That's a natural 20.
What a way to waste it.
What? Yeah, what a Farron roll.
Is it though?
What a
Is it a
Farron
waste?
roll.
It could be bad.
Very bad. Who knows?
That's my natural 20 for the night.
Could be
Could also
good.
be
We don't know.
completely arbitrary, and I don't have a table at all. You don't know.
No, we don't.
Been there.
The snow continues for the next hour. It does lessen a little bit. The wind gentles down, but the clouds don't clear and the snow doesn't stop. It seems pretty quiet going. Most of the Dale folk have been switching off every hour between who's driving and who's resting, and whoever's resting seems to be laying in piles of furs and blankets, trying to stay as warm as possible. Farron, you and Fenris take a lap around this time. Nothing. Call. Please roll a d20.
Seven.
Continuing on, the snow picks up again. The wind picks up. It's starting to get probably almost as bad as Zeke thought it was going to get. It's near blizzard conditions, but not completely. It's not really hindering your vision any more than the darkness is.
Are we close to Termalaine? Shouldn't we be pretty close?
With the speed that the caravan is traveling, it's taking longer.
Ugh.
If you're staying with them. If you want to leave them behind, you can be there.
No.
Farron, are you doing your loop-a-loop again?
Yep.
Okay. If anybody else would like to also, you can make perception checks if you like.
Yeah, I will as well.
If you don't have dark vision, it is at disadvantage.
I have dark vision.
Much better. That's a dirty 20 for Fenris.
That's a 19.
24.
I got 18.
How'd you do, Elena?
I got 11.
Okay. Anyone who got 20 or higher, to the southeast, mile, maybe 2 miles across the tundra, shapes. They're still too far to make out any number. And they're definitely, especially for those that got way up there, well, druids and rangers anyway, just because you do this stuff. Whatever it is smart enough to be saying downwind. But it hasn't gotten any closer.
Regulars or something.
And we can't really make out what the shape is or how
Too dark.
many.
Too dark and too far.
Okay.
Thankfully, it's flat enough, otherwise you wouldn't even be able to see them, unfortunately.
Can I talk to Fenris and ask Fenris to relay to Farron? Should I go run back, like with my stealth? Like I won't be seen in the snow. Being a Craig cat, should I go see what it is?
Fenris relays that he's intelligent enough to get the full message across.
It's stalking us, but it's maybe we don't want to prod it with the extra people with us.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna prod it. I just want to see if we should be worried.
It's not a terrible idea. I've done worse.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Mr. DM.
Yes.
What I'm going to do
Mhm.
is I'm going to swing like to the east, kind of like around, like off the road, obviously, and like.
At this point, you all are right about here.
You sure we're not up here?
You're about 4/5 of the way there.
Maybe up here?
About 4/5 of the way there.
Maybe. Okay. So yeah, I swing out eastwards, and I kind of like try to sneak around to see what is stalking us.
It is you guys see it almost with 2 miles would probably be right about where this mound is here.
Oh, really?
That's about where you guys see it.
How would we see out that far if it's snowing?
It's flat, and the snow is still white, so it's like just a dark shape against the snow.
Then in that case, so it's been following us from the side?
That's a reasonable assumption.
Okay. So then I suppose I would go up. I would sprint. I can't cast. No. I'm too low level.
Also, because this is more thematic than anything else, if you get into a point with combat, you will come out of wild shape because it's been hours. Is long past when you should have changed back, technically. Because I think you only get 3 hours as of right now.
Well, then I'll use the second slot.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I use my other slot.
And you're sprinting, or are you going stealthily?
I'm gonna sprint up the road. So I'm gonna changing my plan. Erase. Okay, I'm gonna go north up the road, sprinting up the road, and then I'm gonna come off of the road and try to circle around and see what it is.
Okay. The rest of the caravan, are you all continuing onward towards Termalaine while Laurel's doing this, or are you gonna take a pit stop?
We should take a pit stop.
Yeah, Zeke would probably be very insistent that the dogs need a little break at this point. It's been what, four hours?
Oh yeah,
So,
Yes.
yeah.
definitely give them a break. Then they deserve it.
As stealthily as he can, as stealthily as Farron can, he would like to split the difference between the caravan and Cragcat Laurel, as without giving Laurel away, just so if something goes south, he's a little closer.
Okay.
Laurel is not intending to poke any proverbial bear. They literally just want to see what it is and then come back and report.
I'm just afraid that it wants
Yeah.
to poke the Laurel.
Oh, I'm making this clear for the DM.
Okay. Okay. Two things then. So we're gonna go into the next hour while you all are waiting there.
Yep.
Laurel, I would like you to make a stealth check for me as you get to where you start stealthing.
Okay.
And Elena, please roll a d20 for me.
9.
22 stealth.
Okay. As you approach the area where Farron last saw the shapes, or you all saw the shapes, go ahead and make a perception check for me, please.
That is again 22.
Looking around in the snow, it's nothing.
Can I just lay low for like 5 minutes in the area to just watch?
Sure. Farron, you're about halfway there-ish.
Yeah, I want to make it look like Fenris needs to pee and just jump off Fenris for a minute. Just, you know, I'm trying to sell that I'm not paying attention, but I very much am.
Okay. Laurel, as you're trying to like settle down and keep an eye out, are you trying to be a little stealthy while you're doing it?
Well, yeah, like literally like kind of like almost laying down in the snow. So they are white fur against white snow and just like really like looking like surveying.
Do crag cats have advantage on that?
Camouflage.
They can't be detected by divination magic or perceived through magical scrying sensors, but
All right.
That definitely is happening here.
right.
Can you roll a stealth check for me, please?
Right.
Again, just making it very clear for the DM.
I think I should get advantage, but yeah, white on white. Can I white cat on white snow? Can I get advantage on stealth here? Come on.
Did you roll bad?
No, I got a 16, but I could get better.
No.
You can
Okay.
always get better.
So you're waiting there for 5 minutes or so,
Yeah.
keeping your eye out, looking around the horizon very slowly.
Nothing?
Nothing.
What the deuce? Five more minutes. And then I'll trot back to Farron.
I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
No! 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 No!
With
No!
the crag cat's Constitution.
How do I tell?
Their con is +3.
Is +3. $10.
The cold seeps into your bones.
I'm resistant to cold.
And you are paralyzed. As from the snow, 20 feet in front of you,
What?
30 feet in front of you maybe, rises a massive form covered in fur, kind of a little bestial in shape, with two almost goat horns, and it absolutely matches the description you read of an abominable yeti. And it just starts walking towards you. Farron, please, you can make a perception check.
Can I give Fenris advantage?
Sure.
'Cause I can't really see. That's a 22.
There's something there. Big.
Close to Laurel.
Yes.
We go. I'm hopping on and we go.
As you start running, no longer stealthy, Fenris lets out a howl, which gets many of the other dogs howling. Laurel, the Yeti looks off quickly in the direction that Farron's coming from, turns and disappears into the snow. About the time Farron gets to you, the paralysis fades.
Oh. So Fenris would be running up to Laurel, and Laurel would very jerkily and suddenly like fling themselves up from the snow the moment that they were able to, and immediately looks towards where the Yeti was, and immediately says, "Yeti! It was a Yeti! It was a Yeti!" To
Fenris translates it back to you.
Shit.
Abominable with horns. Very bad.
What?
Twice the size of Call.
We should just leave.
We should leave.
How did it get to you?
It appeared out of nowhere and paralyzed me. We should go. We should go.
Yeah, let's leave.
As the two of you start rejoining, like you look back across the tundra and nothing.
There's nothing. Oh god, it's so fun. It's so creepy.
As you all continue onward, it is going to be 1 more hour to get to Termalaine. Belle, can you please roll 1 more d20?
$14.
The storm does start to let up. Matt, are you checking your pulse? Are you all right? As you continue on, you approach Termalaine, and the storm does start to subside. It is still snowing. It's still cloudy, but it's less. Termalaine is dark. It's not a walled city. There's Termalaine.
Oh.
As you start approaching the town, the same guy that you had spoken to at the North Look, he pulls his sled forward. Looks like he's not Canadian. Hey, so about half the people are going to be stopping here in Termalaine. It is getting on in the hours of the day. There is the east side you could stay at. Half the homes are still empty from people that have left.
What's the Blue Clam?
The Blue Clam is a bar. Is closed.
Oh.
Unfortunately, the proprietor was one of the loggers. He didn't come back.
We could stay there.
There's no rooms there. It's just a bar. So, I mean, sure. Nobody's going to stop you.
Let's park ourselves at the Blue Clam.
So a few of the dog sleds break off into other areas of the town. Nobody wants to continue north without you. They don't feel safe, especially after word of a Yeti stalking, or shapes if you didn't tell them what it was. Because a few of them did see the shapes, but I mean, you're the adventurers. You saved the 10 towns so many times before, you'll do it again. They trust you, almost implicitly. It's a little scary.
No pressure.
Okay.
You arrive at the Blue Clam. It's a little dusty inside. It's a pretty decent sized area.
We're a little dusty inside, or the Blue Clam? The
Blue
clam is a
Clam
little
is.
dusty inside. Okay.
It's a little dusty inside. There's plenty of chairs, plenty of tables. It is 2 floors. The second floor is essentially, it looks like the... What do you mean you're being so good right now?
It's just the Blue Clam. I have so
okay.
much to say.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, I
Can-
can't stream both. Okay. So, you're able to set up upstairs or downstairs. There's a couple fireplaces you're able to get going if you want to get nice and warm. Plenty of rooms to bring the dogs and the sleds inside. It's just the 5 of you with Scython and the dogs, Fenris. Scython immediately walks straight to the back. And he's like, hey, Call, you want to help me roll a couple of these barrels out for us?
Yeah, I can do that.
This looks like some summerberry wine. It's not really a wine, it's more of a liquor. Let me tell you, but it's good.
Summer berries.
Yeah, Call to walk back there and pick up one of the barrels and come and just slide it up on the bar.
There's plenty of mugs if you want to try and like go rinse them out in the snow or something, or if one of you can make water or whatever somehow with any kind of spell. Not like that.
I meant the spell make water. You have a sorceress on hand. Come on, guys. I'm not where I'm going. I'm not always filthy. I'm not like the rest of us here.
Debatable.
Shh, you know nothing.
Back there, Call, you also see like a couple wheels of cheese. I mean, like big wheels of cheese. So
yeah, Call,
that
you would
in your-
definitely grab one of those too.
Nice.
And
So-
throw it down towards like, so they can start breaking some off for the dogs and little dragons they got.
Kenny, Lenny, Denny, and Jenny definitely get very farty after they eat cheese. Dern and Burn, it's all right, and Hunter and Zelda do pretty good.
Yami is a freak for cheese, so I'm gonna keep a real close eye on him.
Freak for cheese.
I think Call would break off a big piece and sneak it over to Fenris.
He noms on it. He's like, "Thank you. It's a
He gives
delicious
him-
treat."
Gives him a big scritch and then just goes sits down by the bar.
So I guess big, huge dog cuddle puddle for the night, I suppose, so we all stay warm.
Is there a fireplace that we
The
could
2 big
tend?
fireplaces
Okay.
in the downstairs area.
Yeah, I'll start up a fire in one of the fireplaces for sure.
Shoot, Zeke's got create bonfire. You'd be good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would just pop that in there real fast.
As you all start to get settled in for the evening, get the cheese, the ale, any rations, Scython, he's over sitting next to Elena. just mostly listening to you all. Like, he doesn't seem too terribly talkative unless directly approached to be talkative. Just like listen and nod. It kind of seems to be happy to be along and not just stuck in East Haven for the moment. The storm outside picks up. The wind starts to howl. The shutters chatter against the windows, but seem pretty well sealed. The building is in pretty good shape. And do you take any watches, or you just...
Baron's at least gonna stay up a little bit with Fenris and Yami and just kind of keep watch of some sort.
I don't think Call could go to sleep right yet either,
So
Elena's very much like me. She might fall asleep to the sound of the wind outside.
Zeke's probably like rolling in the puppy pile.
Yeah, I was gonna say he is absolutely like 3 dogs deep in this, like, you know, they're probably fighting each other, and he's like trying to keep them from biting, but you know, secretly enjoying it.
Yeah, Laurel probably goes to bed pretty soon, pretty quickly, because they're usually up at dawn. Whatever dawn is now, yeah. Dawn-ish.
We all feel awake.
Zeke, do you still stay up till midnight like usual, or not tonight?
Yeah, I was gonna say he probably would try to go outside around midnight and just see what up looks like, and just see what if there was, you know, been changes.
The first few hours go by, whoever's on watch, it's just the wind. And it's dark outside. You do see across the way in several of the houses over the time that more lights do come on as people like get some lanterns lit and get their fireplaces going. It seems like some people have returned home, others getting settled in for the night before heading on in the morning. The evening goes on and the snow just keeps piling up. Zeke, right around midnight, a little before, the winds stop. The snow stops. Peeking outside through the window, the clouds start to part. Looking northwest, the aurora starts. Slowly making its trek across the sky, now completely clear. But it's back to its normal path. Not going over Bryn Shander right now. But you are getting towards being almost directly underneath it, with how far north you are.
Does Zeke see anything else in the sky? Like, being so close now, so much more north, is he noticing anything else, or is it still just the northern lights?
Make a perception check.
24.
At the very head of where the aurora seems to start, the part that's traveling, you see what looks like a massive bird. Dark shape with the bright light of the aurora and stars above it. Hard to tell what color it is, but it's definitely a massive bird.
And it's following. Like, this isn't like a coincidence.
It almost seems like the aurora is spilling out of the trail like a jet trail. It is definitely coming from this bird.
Is anybody else up? Has everybody else went to sleep? I think you're probably all sleeping.
I mean, if the wind died, Elena could be. I'm just like, what?
When Call was done with his watch, Farron would have asked him to get him up. If Call's first.
Yeah, I would have.
Nope, Matt, there you go.
I'm back.
That happened.
Yeah, I would have watched and I would have got Farron up, and then I would have probably went and laid over by the fire or something.
Okay. Yeah, Zeke would have motioned to Farron, and if he saw Elena stirring, just kind of like, psst.
He'd be up blinking over, like, and
Come
head over to him.
look at this. Come. I don't know if it's
She
my
hurries.
eyeballs.
Is it the Yeti?
She hurries over.
No, there's like a bird pooping out lights.
And even though neither of you have dark vision, because of the brightness of the aurora and the stars, you can see this large, massive bird shape.
Like, that's not a coincidence, right? Like, it's like pooping lights.
It certainly looks like it's coming from the bird.
Okay, so I'm not sleep deprived.
I'm gonna try something. Because we're in the Arctic, I'm gonna use Primeval Awareness. And it should have a 6-mile range on it. And if this...
You have that at
maybe
level 6 still?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think I actually got it at level 6. I'll double check.
The astronomer in Lodame knows how tall the atmosphere of a planet is. But this isn't Earth, so.
I'm going to say Toro has a thicker atmosphere.
Sorry, I
just
can't
read the list
find
for
it.
me again, please, of what it detects.
Fae, fiends, celestial, aberration, dragons, elementals, and undead.
Undead you sense, but it feels ground level. I mean, in 6 miles, it's a pretty big area. You're not sure how many. You're not even particularly sure if any of them are close, but from above, you don't feel anything.
Weird.
Are you okay, Farron? You look like you might have to poop. Yeah, that face. You make that face.
I don't know what it is.
Okay, so it could just be a bird or...
What? Sure? I've never seen a light poop before.
Can I do a history check?
What are you trying to glean?
Legends of birds that poop for Aurora Borealis?
Okay, yeah, sure.
For 800?
12.
This is something. I mean, Zeke's Nominati stuff, maybe. It's hard to, I don't know. You don't know. You're too sleepy.
Hey, Zeke.
Yeah?
Could the Nominati pull this off? Please ignore the smirk on Rose's face, like Elena's not smirking, just seriously considering the Nominati may be onto something here.
So, what you're telling me is...
I'm only asking. I'm not telling you anything. I'm asking.
But this could make a lot of sense, right? If they had harnessed the ability to make the Northern Lights, they could use it to sprinkle magic into the air and take control of people's minds.
Making us see weird things like.
Well, maybe, because maybe, I don't know. Let me think. I'll think about that. I'm going to think about that. And I'm going to come by tomorrow morning. I'm going to come up with an idea for how that could be the note. Because I think it is.
All right. I think I'm going to try going to sleep and maybe thinking about it as well.
Okay.
As my dad used to say, if you're stumped on something, the morning will bring the answer.
That's an amazing idea.
Zeke does not sleep. He spends the rest of the night contemplating how this could happen.
I would like you
What
to
have I
make a
done?
Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Yes, I will.
What have I done?
Oh, it's a 16. It's not too bad.
Okay. So I'm gonna say you sacrifice a second level spell slot as opposed to taking a level of exhaustion,
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
because that was a pretty decent roll. Yeah. So you watch as the now large, massive bird. I mean, given how big the aurora is, given how big the sky is, that bird is very, very, very big. And you watch it continue its path across the sky. And we're going to go ahead and take a break there. So everybody go hydrate up and such, and we'll be back. And we're back.
Hey!
So they were taking a long rest at the Blue Clam and the dusty interior of the Blue Clam. Zeke stayed up the evening going on about the Nominati riding an eagle or something across the sky.
What have I done?
The morning or the darkness that is it comes,
Yeah.
and I'm sure Zeke already has breakfast prepared at this point for everybody.
Yep.
Laurel wakes first, as per usual, unless anyone else wakes early as well. No, I didn't think Call would.
It's hard to say. Farron's circadian rhythm is just non-existent right now.
Right, we're all messed up. But if Laurel can have just a moment with Zeke, maybe Zeke is, I don't know, cooking breakfast or something. But Laurel comes up and it just says, you know, the other day, Zeke, when I told you that I'm a changeling, I just wanted to thank you for how you handled that information, because it's not always information that people are very excited to hear or are very gentle about hearing usually. So thank you for going against the norm.
Yeah, you're welcome. I mean, as long as you don't turn out to be a Nominati person, I think I like you for who you are. You know?
That's great. Thank you,
Yeah.
Zeke.
Yeah.
I'm not with the Nominati. I can tell you that.
I believe you. I
Okay.
believe you. Because you definitely could have slit my throat at any moment. So I trust.
It's true. I would never do that.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Never do that.
Yep.
Do you need help cooking breakfast?
Yeah, sure. And he'll like hand you some stuff to chop and
Yeah.
toss. Oh my god. Okay, so listen, last night
Okay.
we
Oh,
saw
boy.
a bird thing pooping out the northern lights across the sky. And
Oh.
Elena was like, what if it's the Nominati? And so I stayed up all night and I've devised this whole idea for how they could be harnessing the poop dust of magic that's falling from the sky. Stop, guys. From the Northern Lights. Okay, so the
You
reason.
saw a bird pooping
Yeah.
light. Elena saw this too?
Yeah, and Farron too.
Farron saw that?
Well,
And
it was
they all-
Farron's watch, and I stay up and I like to check the sky,
Right.
and I noticed, and I said, "Hey, Farron, come look at this." And then Elena, I think, heard me, and she was like, "What?" And I was like,
I'm
"Come look at this."
Surprised I didn't hear you.
I'm usually not that quiet, so you must have really needed the sleep.
I guess so. It was pooping out the aurora.
Yeah, so like behind the bird. So you know how every night I see the like aurora come across the sky? And I always thought that was really pretty, but like it didn't really feel like it was the Nominati, because like why would they be doing anything like that? Well, now there's like a being, some sort of bird thing. It must be controlled by the Nominati, and it's like pulling the northern lights across the sky from its butt.
This is really weird. I don't.
Scython just kind of sits up.
What kind of bird?
What?
Can I make a nature check?
Sure.
So I have an idea for why we can see this bird now.
Dirty 20.
There are no natural birds that could be as large as Zeke is describing.
You sure it was a bird? It was definitely like wing, not like dragony. It's a bird.
No, it's definitely a bird.
It's definitely a bird.
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of that.
Okay,
You could
so
roll an Arcana check.
I am not gonna roll an Arcana check.
I was thinking, okay, remember when we went to go see Disco? What if being out of the world, like in that space thingy, like reset our brain waves? And so they don't have the right frequency anymore. And so that's why now we can see all the crazy stuff that they're doing in the sky.
We should talk to other people. We should ask other people about this. How would we know if other people have been altered though too? What if other people's brain waves have been altered?
No,
I
Okay.
mean, if things are sparkling down from the sky, are we inhaling it?
Oh, absolutely.
Farron was walking in, got into this part of the conversation, and turned back to Fenris. Just went back to Fenris.
It's almost like chemicals trailing behind it.
Yes! See? But it's like magic particles that are like falling from the sky and then we're breathing it in.
I don't know
Elena
what to think.
just wakes up and just goes, you know, I had this terrible dream that I said something and Zeke stayed up all night talking about it.
He's like
and-
shaking with like a fourth cup of coffee, like just kind of freaking out as he's doing that.
Oh no.
And here we are.
Laurel definitely has the knife and is cutting things, not letting Zeke cut things anymore.
He's,
Yeah,
like,
ask one
tossing.
question, just one question. I regret everything that led me to that decision tonight.
Farron, please come back in here.
Hello? Oh, sorry, I was.
You saw a giant
sleepwalking?
bird. You saw a giant. You saw a giant bird in the sky last night that pooped light.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, tonight we'll stay up until midnight and then everybody will look and we'll all see the bird. And then you'll all be able to see the particles falling from the sky. And you'll see.
I look.
There
Farron's gonna
was, in
lean
fact, a
towards Zeke.
bird.
Did you sleep?
There was one point where I was sitting and then it was light outside. But I don't know.
I think that was a dream because it's never light outside.
Okay. Maybe a little bit.
Oh, buddy.
Listen, I told Elena, I told her that I was gonna figure it out because she brought it up and I wanted to make sure that she would know that I'm reliable with my Nominati knowledge.
You hear from outside, I just asked one question. Just one.
What was
It was
the
a
question?
very important question. It was a very important question.
What was that question?
Could the Nominati do this?
You haven't slept at all.
I bet that if we stay here in the Dale for at least another week, we won't be able to see it anymore because then our brain waves will have been taken over by the Nominati, and then they'll be hiding it from us again.
So I thought if you're wondering, this is a daily occurrence.
Okay. My
Is
head
he-
hurts.
Oh, yeah.
So is
he's-
mine. I've not slept enough last night.
I'm gonna wander to wherever Call is and ask for his flask.
Yeah, Scython just gets up and goes over to one of the kegs and just starts pouring.
Maybe it was the wine.
So does Elena.
What if it was the wine?
I'm telling you, we'll go tonight. Listen. Tonight at midnight, we'll all go outside and we'll go look.
All right,
Okay?
all right,
I estimated, and he pulls out. He's got like sheets of paper with like I'm talking like like Always Sunny kind of nonsense. That like, and he's like doing calculations. Like, listen, okay,
And
I'm
they're all
telling you,
wrong.
we've got at least one more week before they get our brainwaves back. So I'm telling you, tonight I'll show you at midnight.
I'll stay up till midnight. I will.
Okay.
I am just really concerned that you have not slept. You should have a nap. You've done a lot of good work, but you need to reward yourself with a nap. Once the coffee's gone out of your system, I'm gonna insist on that. Leader's orders.
Zeke just passes out.
Just terrible. Like, try to scoop him into a comfortable position. Let him doze off.
As soon as he like fell over a little bit, a few dogs just started piling around him like,
Oh,
it must be nap
perfect.
time. It's nap time.
Oh,
He got Elena's like, you did good, and that was all he needed. He's asleep now.
Go, little rock star. Just calm down. Just go to sleep now.
Scython looks over base. Okay, so now that that's over, are we hanging out here in Termalaine, or are we heading to Lonelywood?
Lonelywood. Lonelywood is the destination, and then into the wood. We got to continue to head north.
All right, there. About this time, there's a knock on the door.
Can I insight check this guy?
Sure.
I don't trust him.
What? When?
Right
body.
now.
What color are his eyes?
Black
a
with
22.
like red cross-type pupils.
Oh,
That was a
God.
22, you said?
Yes.
He is very confused. And is like seems eager for like maybe some action of some kind. But he also does keep kind of looking over at Elena and smiling a little bit.
All right, whatever. He's fine. I give him a look.
Does Elena catch a bit of a glance every once in a while? 'Cause
Oh, yeah,
I'm that
yeah.
type of person that would just be like,
Especially if you're
okay.
smiling at him. Like he's not sneaky. Even though he's a rogue, he's not super sneaky. He's kind of not bright. He's a himbo.
Now we have 3.
Yes. We have a full set.
With a whole trio of himbos. Scython,
Yeah.
Call and I usually train a little bit before we take off. Do you want to join us?
What do you mean by train? You mean like a little bit of sparring?
You could call it that.
Sure. He seems like he's kind of like looking to you, Elena. He's like, sure. Like,
They do every day. You never know what we're going to come across in the Lonely Wood, or if we're going to come across another Yeti.
True. Okay.
We need everyone at their best.
What are we doing today? We doing lats, or are we doing tries, or are we doing quads? What's going on here?
Guys, isn't it
Well-
leg day? I've been keeping track of it. I'm just saying. And then she walks away.
Well, today is
Today is the 3rd of Hammer, if it matters.
it's kind of like a conditioning day. And Farron will lead them outside and start taking layers off.
Takes his coat off. Takes his other coat off. Like, he's down to like armor, and you can see he's got it like another shirt on over that. He's starting to shake a little bit. Like, it's cold, man.
Farron is going down to his skivvies.
Ooh.
And says, "All right, we gotta do a couple laps around the house."
I'm going back inside.
Farron takes off for his laps around the house.
Scython comes back in holding like all of his outer garments, shivering, like, your friend's crazy. Goes over by
gonna go to the window. Just gonna go to the window and just see what Farron's up to.
You watch Farron just run by, and it's just a blur of flesh.
That is a
Farron
whole
does
lot more
have a
Farron than I
nicer ass.
wanted to see on a day.
Farron
Okay.
has a nicer ass than Scython, sad to say.
Cake check. Cake check.
Oh.
Farron is a thick boy. He's got some meat to him.
Oh.
I mean, he is, but damn.
He gets back probably after a couple laps. He's like, "Call, are you coming?"
Oh yeah, Cole. He's still laying by the fire. He's like just laid out. He gets up, pushes up off of his hammer. It's like, damn, you already started. Fuck.
Well,
Okay.
I was gonna show Scython the rope so you wouldn't have to slow down for him, but
All right.
I guess Farron's gonna kind of shoot a glance to the room. I guess he's just not cut out for it.
I would like you to roll a. You pick. You pick. What like you can do intimidation,
Intimidation for shade,
persuasion,
maybe?
Oh man.
deception if you want, whatever you want. Some sort of charisma check.
They're all the same. They're all -2. Hold on. Which one do I want? Logo or no logo? Let's do this one. We're just gonna call it like I guess intimidation with the intent to like prod him to join us. Not.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be persuasion prod him to join us. Like I'm taking a shot at him. I'm throwing shade. Okay, that's a 7 -2 for a 5.
He rolled a natural 1. He stands up. He's like, I am gonna regret this. And he just armor off, pants off. He leaves his boots on. He's like, I'm not going running barefoot in the snow.
As he gets to the door, I'm gonna stop him and say, only do a lap or two. I'm
still
good
got
in the cold.
He's still got his underwear on. Like,
Yeah,
but
only do a lap or two. The cold will kill you. It won't kill me. We're different.
He's chiseled, and he just goes, it's fast. This boy is fast. He makes it around the building 2 laps in the time it took Farron to do 1. And he's inside, and this man could cut glass, let me tell you.
As he's getting dressed, like when he bends over to start pulling his pants up, I'm gonna give him just the like pancakiest slap on the ass. Like, good job, Scython.
Hits the wall a little bit. Ow. Hey, thanks.
Is he like more of like a purplish hue right now?
Yes,
he's
a little towards purple, yeah.
What kind of horns does he have?
His go like straight back before pointing up to almost together.
Cool. Not.
We're just gonna get his coats on him and make sure he's warm by the fire while he gets dressed.
I think while everybody's worried about the captain, Call's already walking outside like Hulk, and when he's getting out of the shower, just straight like nothing but his boots. Fucking
well,
runs around, comes.
Well,
he comes
cake
back
check.
in and says,
"That's a whole lot of cake."
Bro, you better not do that shit to me. You'll hurt yourself.
Paul, as you're coming in, you hear a voice shout, kind of like a couple buildings over. I was gonna come over there, but I'm gonna stay over here. And you see one of the other guys that was with the people heading to Lonelywood. It's just a regular general guy who watched ever increasingly naked people just start running around this building. Whose horse is that?
Whose horse is that?
That's the Agents of SHAILD.
Does Call notice the guy over there looking at him?
At the end of your last lap before he shouts, yeah, you just caught him.
Call just stands there, kind of like hands on his hips, like looking at him, like, what the hell is you looking at? Is there an issue, sir?
No issue here. Just stargazing. We're ready to head to the Lonelywood.
We're keeping the 10 town safe. We're fine.
Okay.
Then Call just goes back in, puts his stuff back on, lays by the fire.
After about 5 or 10 minutes, there's a knock on the door. I heard something about people being naked running around the houses. Everything okay?
Farron's gonna answer the door in his underwear still. Yeah?
He just kind of looks to the side. Are you? So are we still heading to Lonelywood, or is there a party?
Call peeks his head and puts it on Farron's shoulder and says, yes, we'll be with you shortly.
We'll see you.
Farron's just gonna close the door in his face after that.
We'll see you
What
at the
they
north
must
end of
think.
town.
What they must be thinking right now. We had such a good rep.
I've missed this chaos so much.
We had such a good reputation. Now we're those heroes.
Oh.
Season 2. Welcome back.
Good.
So
you all
I'm
get
so
your
pleased.
You all get warmed up next to the fire. Some hot coffee, cold ale out of Call's flask, some nice frosty summerberry wine if anybody still wants any, and breakfast, and the day is yours.
I'd like to ask a local if they've seen the giant bird in the sky.
There are a few people out and about in the streets, looking like they're getting resettled in their homes. So it's pretty easy to find somebody. You ask, you see, when did you see this?
Late at night,
Yeah, I mean,
when the aurora goes across the
the
sky.
aurora. Yeah, I'm not usually awake that late, but there's been some rumors, back when the clam was open, that that people would see a strange, bird shape in the sky in front of it.
Back when the what was open?
The clam,
Oh,
the building you're all staying in.
yes. Okay, thank you so much.
Sean's freaking losing
Have a
it.
good day.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Oh, have you heard of anything going on in the wood?
I mean, there's been rumors of loggers going missing. Strange. Actually, last time I was out there, maybe a week ago, I mean, the Lonely Wood is it touches our town too. It's right
No,
here.
I know. Yes,
Um,
yes.
I could have sworn that I heard Martin. He is the owner of the clam, but he's been gone for a couple weeks.
You heard him? What did he say?
He was asking for help in the wood.
And you didn't think,
It didn't sound right.
how did it not sound right?
You know, it was almost like somebody was trying to pretend to be him, but almost doing a really good job.
Oh, that's unsettling.
Yeah, it's part of the reason why I think that's part of the reason why people don't want to go back up there.
Well, be safe, and I'm glad you're home.
Yeah, me too.
We're probably gonna take a look in the woods, so maybe we'll.
Be careful.
Yes. I head back to everyone else.
I think also while we're out or getting ready or heading out, if there is a local nearby, kind of wondering why it's called Lonely Wood.
Well,
I'm
it gets
assuming
the
it's probably not
name-
the only forest.
It gets the name because it is the only forest up here, and it's so far north that it's lonely. And they adopt there's this cabin north of the wood. It's old. It used to be an old outpost, long since abandoned. But I heard some gnome guys been studying stuff out there.
Outpost for what?
It's kind of like the Dale Rangers, but going back a number of years that it got abandoned. Like before this, gestures to like everything.
Right.
So I wonder if Drengir used to stay up there as a Dale Ranger.
Maybe something worth asking when we get back.
Is there anything else I can help you with? Okay.
Thanks.
Sure.
We'll be out and about in a little bit.
Okay, I saw some people gathering up north there on the road to the Lonely Wood, getting ready to head out. I think they were waiting for you.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna go back and get some lunch there soon. I think. Maybe dinner.
Sure.
I don't know.
Breakfast?
Second breakfast.
Yes. Yeah, I'm good to go.
Yeah, whatever we need. Let's get ready to go.
So you get the dogs hitched up, get them up north, and you see about half as many of the caravan. So you're down to maybe like 20 dog sleds, like 30 or 40 people on them, split across them. And see the same guy. All right, Will. We're ready whenever you are. I recommend we stay on the road this time. I don't know what's in the wood, but I don't care to find out. Not till I get home, at least.
Agreed.
So you get everything set. Hitch a ride out to Lonelywood. Back to the big man. This trek is significantly closer. A mile and a half. So Zeke, I will have you roll a d20 for me, please.
That's a natural 20.
Ooh.
On my SHAILD dice with the
Oh,
little
yeah.
dragon.
Since midnight, it has not been snowing. The clouds did not come back. It is very clear, crisp, cold, not much of a breeze. Heading northwest along the road, it's quiet. There isn't much noise coming from the wood itself, besides maybe the occasional like crack of a tree branch, of like maybe a small animal jumping from one branch to another, crackle of some snow or ice as something scampers off. I mean, the wood is maybe 30 feet off the northern side of the road. And you approach the town of Lonelywood. This is a pretty small town. There are lots of trees with houses going along it. And Mayor Dualden is right there, but frozen solid. There are a couple buildings that look like lights are on, like some holdouts decided to just stay. And as you approach, the guy goes, Eddie, well, here we are, it's Lonelywood. We're all going to split off and head to our homes. I believe the speaker stayed. I don't think she came with us. She wanted to keep an eye on the town. So, and he points you off past the ramshackle around the trees to where the speaker's house is, if that's where you decide to go.
Who named these places? The Happy Scrimshander? The Ramshackle? The Lucky Liar? I want to go to each of them. Which one, what's the Happy Scrimshander? I mean, maybe we should go talk to the speaker, I guess, but...
So walking along, most of these buildings are homes. You get towards the ramshackle. It is a closed inn. Looks like it's been abandoned for some months. 2 stories. Looks like it's got a number of rooms, but empty.
Okay.
Speaker is... Who is... Ah, yes. So you head over to the speaker's home?
At least introduce ourselves to leadership.
There is smoke billowing from a large chimney. This house is almost the same size as the ramshackle, but everything seems a little on the low side. So it looks like it's a 3-story building, but it's the height of 2 stories. The door is shorter than tall, maybe 5 feet tall. It's a pretty small door. You knock on the door, and you hear, "Hello? Hello?" You hear a woman's voice coming from inside. She opens the door, and you see this small, elderly halfling woman, wrinkles in her face. She's got definitely lots of smile lines going on in her face. "What do you want? Who are you?"
We're the Agents of SHAILD, and we're just here to introduce ourselves to say that we're in your lovely town of Lonelywood. Hi.
The Agents of SHAILD.
That was a little late on it, sorry. Okay. That sound was weird.
Yep.
But I have heard of you. I've gotten some letters on up from Brinshander. And I heard of you. You're here to help, right?
If we can.
If we can, yes.
We helped your folk come back from Bryn Shander.
We did. Oh, that's wonderful.
What is your name? I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm Nimsy Huddle.
Mimsy?
Nimsy Huddle.
Nimsy Huddle.
Nimsy Huddle.
I'm the speaker of Lonelywood. Been speaker for 40 years.
That's a really long time.
They keep re-electing me because nobody wants to run against me.
I don't know why anyone would.
Well, they might after all these loggers have gone missing.
Right. Yes, we heard of that as well. Wondering if you could tell us the lowdown.
Well, we used to have 15 loggers. The first time someone went missing was, almost a year ago. One person was missing. Last place they had been seen. There was nothing left. Nothing left of him. Shame. He was a good boy. And then months went by. No incidents. 2 more went missing. Same thing. Months went by. 2 more. And then come on, maybe a month ago. 7 at once.
In one day?
Gone. They didn't come back. Search party was sent. The last of the loggers, because, they know the trails. They refused to go back. They left Lonelywood. And they said they were leaving the Dale. There's not enough people to really need the wood right now, but it's a shame. It's a shame. But things have been seen in the wood.
What kind of things?
A large shadow, long arms, long legs, antlers, voices of people, long, dead, are heard sometimes. Screams of like some demon, I don't know.
Like I've heard of. That sounds awful. Any particular direction?
Oh. East, northeast?
In the
Towards
woods.
the center of the woods?
Okay.
That's where it's heard the most. It's been heard in town before. A scratching at a window, whispering at a door, asking people to come outside, to help, to save them. But it doesn't sound right.
Has anyone answered their door?
Not that I know of. Because the voices don't sound right. They sound wrong. Scary.
Well, that sounds awful.
DM.
Yes.
Now that there's been tidbits put out about this thing, Matt is very confident he knows what this is.
You can private message me to see if you think you know what it is.
I know what it is.
But you live with me.
I know, but I knew what it was anyway.
But what are the odds that Farron would have some sort of encounter, because he does live in the appropriate area for one of these things?
You could do a history check for me.
Man, that natural 20 would have been nice about now. It's a 3.
Oof.
Not a clue.
Fucking Farron rolls, man.
If you're gonna go, take a look. I ask that you be careful.
Well, be careful.
And I mean, is there anything else I could help you with?
Actually, I was wondering if you know about the gnome that lives in a cabin in the Lonely Wood somewhere. His name's Macreadus.
I mean, I don't know him by name, but packages have passed by way of here for him sometimes. He himself passed through here maybe 3 months ago to resupply.
And does he act
Strange man.
weird? The way
Very, like the way you do. Suspicious of everything. I see it in your eyes. I'm the only one in the house, let me assure you. Besides the butler upstairs.
No. He like looks upstairs. Is there even an upstairs?
Mhm.
Oh,
There's
okay.
2 floors above you.
Oh, okay. He's like,
It's not even an upstairs.
well, you had
Yeah.
mentioned everything was low to the ground, so I thought maybe she was fucking with me. Which, you know.
You never know.
Do you know about the Nominati?
I mean, he was ranting about that. And he asked me if I had known anything about it, and I just kind of shook my head and said, I have no idea, sir.
Can I figure out if this woman is just pulling my leg?
Oh, yeah, you can roll an insight check.
16.
No, she's being honest. Like, the man probably never mentioned his name. I mean, you when you get going, you know how you get it. It's just Nominati this, Nominati that. I need to do this. We need to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You can guess that's probably how he acted. Was just more interested in, lost in his own little world while doing what he needed to do.
He gives Pharaoh like a little high five. Like, yeah. We're on the right path, baby. Let's go.
I mean, if you're going to go to the cabin, I recommend going around the wood to get there. I mean, you can go through the wood. It'll take longer. You might have to go on foot.
How come? Couldn't take a sled through?
I mean, have you tried navigating through tight trees sometimes? You're gonna break a sled or a dog.
Yep. Okay. We do not want to harm the animals.
No, they're precious.
Oh,
absolutely.
Yes.
Nothing bad must happen to them.
Yeah. How like dense is the forest?
It looks like it kind of is patchy in some spots where it's open enough that you could get a dog sled through, but then there's patches where it's just dense enough that you can't see anything other than tree trunks and leaves. It's mostly pine trees, I would say. Not
Right.
deciduous.
Right.
More coniferous.
Right. Carnivorous?
Coniferous.
Coniferous.
Conifers.
Earth science. I love it.
Listen, it's lonely because it doesn't have anyone.
It's lonely.
It won't be lonely when you get there.
I learned it the hard way. Oh.
All right. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll just, I guess, skirt the lake.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Have you seen a bird
Anybody
in
else?
the sky?
Only one.
The big giant bird at midnight?
Yeah, that's the one.
What is it?
commonplace now, but have you ever heard the tales of a rock?
Have I?
Based on your rolls, yeah, I mean, after the way she asked it, yeah, all of you may have at least heard of a rock. ROC, the gargantuan flying eagles, larger than ancient dragons, that if they're close to the ground, they blot out the sky.
Would it be typical of them to be so far north?
I mean, I've only heard stories, and that's the only thing I can come up with. A bird so big. It's the only one I would know of. I thought it was a story.
Well, should we? What time of day is it now?
Now it would be nearing maybe 10 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, okay. So we could continue on and maybe get to Macreadus's.
Yeah. If that's what we all want to do.
Yeah. You could absolutely, the road along Mayor Dweldon does, you would be able to, well, it kind of stops being a road and more is just a path at that point once you get past the northern side of town. So you could keep the dog sleds and go across that. Okay. So that's what you guys are going to do. You're going to skirt around.
Yeah.
All right. So you take the. How far is that? That's. That is about 8-ish miles. Okay. So you get the dog sleds all set up. Farron, you're on Fenris, I'm imagining. Laurel, are you
Yep.
crag-catting or are you?
Craig Cat.
Okay. Farron, please roll a d20 for me. As you continue on for the first while, the clouds do start to come in. It's more overcast. There's no snow. A little bit of a breeze. You hear a call from the woods. Hello? Hello? You all hear this. And it's kind of like echoing a little bit, like as if it's got some distance to it.
Yeah, I
Fenris?
stop.
Hello?
What does it sound like?
It sounds kind of like a child.
Guys, if that's
Hello?
if that's actually a kid,
We gotta go.
we gotta go.
I start heading slowly towards the woods, very slow cat, like careful stalking.
Hello?
Primeval awareness. Just to see. Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead.
Nope. Nothing. Well, I mean, the few miscellaneous undead.
Right.
but
With
nothing.
a 6 mile range, I'm gonna pick
Yeah.
up something. Yeah.
Ooh, I don't like that.
Fenris
I
and
need your
Farron
help. Are what?
Fenris and Farron are in sentry mode, just constantly scanning and checking everything.
Okay. Go ahead and make anybody that is trying to see or figure out where this is coming from can go ahead and make a perception check. Fenris can make this with advantage for scent because there's no wind.
Yeah.
15.
9.
25.
16.
22 for Fenris, and surprisingly a dirty 20 for Farron.
Yeah.
So, Laurel. Maybe 200, 300 feet deep into the woods, where there looks to almost be a break in a thicker part of the trees ahead of you, you see some movement. And you're pretty sure the voice is coming from over there. You're not sure that the trees are too thick to really get a good look, but you saw something, and it was at least as large as you are. It looked, maybe.
I stop and I look pointedly in that direction. Like, as if to, like, silently, direct everyone to look that way.
And anybody else that does. So what do you do with the dogs and sleds? I hate to make a point of that, but
Probably leave them on
valid.
the ice.
I don't know if Zeke would leave them.
Okay, fair. Yep, fair.
We
I'll
have
leave-
Sidon with us as well.
Like
Scython is with you. Yeah, he's kind of like peeking.
I'll leave Fenris with the dogs too.
Okay.
He'll protect them.
Scython looks. Do you want me to come with you, or you want me to guard the sleds? I mean, you let me know.
Guard the sled.
He heads back to the sled. Mr. Zeke, I can keep an eye on things here. If you want to head with your friends.
just because he's probably on he's a little paranoid, can he just make a little insight check on
Sure. Yeah.
Scython?
Scython,
Scython.
like Scyther, but with an O-N.
Oh, that's atrocious. That's a 7.
You think he's going to hurt the dogs.
Lodane, why would you say that?
Because it was a low insight roll.
Just instant, attack mode. No, I can take care of the dogs, okay? Don't you worry about it.
Should I go with them?
Yes.
Can we all hear that?
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, better idea.
Okay. And he's got his hands up and he's backing away slowly from Zeke. And then
He's got his
turns and-
hand like he's gonna throw a guiding bolt at this dude.
After he backs up about 5 or 6 steps, he bolts to the rest of the group.
Oh gosh.
And again from
Fenris.
the woods. I'm stuck.
Do I see any further movement? No. I take a couple more steps forward, trying to get a better look.
A few steps closer, and you can see the copse of trees where the voice is coming from. Maybe from now where you're at, maybe 50 feet away from you. I can't move.
Yeah, Cole's starting to move towards Laurel. Briggs pulls his hammer out.
This thing's obviously just trying to ambush us.
Or mess with us.
Does anybody want to roll an insight check on this voice?
Sure.
I will, even though it's gonna be bad. Where's my insight?
Zeke is just assuring the dogs that
Well-
nobody is gonna hurt them. So he's just
That is a 10.
5.
24.
What'd you get, Laurel?
12.
So Laurel, Elena, and Call, this child is in trouble. Farron, there is a weird double tone that you're hearing to the voice now.
I'm gonna draw Johnson because I'm still running around with Calls Johnson. I'm gonna challenge this thing. If you come a little closer, I can help you better. I'm gonna just like puff my chest and just I'm trying to assert some dominance here.
I can't move.
I'll
A little
walk
closer.
20 feet further into the woods.
Yeah,
How
I'm
about
walking
now?
with him.
I'm stuck. Can you help?
Another 20 feet.
Right behind him.
Yami's nearby.
I walk up 20 feet as well.
I stick close to Laurel.
If anybody'd like to, they could make a perception check or anything to see if they can find what's going on here.
Fucking right. Okay. 13.
Perception. That's 21.
16.
22 for Farron.
26
From the dog sled.
from the dogs.
From the dog sled.
So Zeke, you're starting to hear the double tone in the voice now. And you can tell this is not a kid. This is not humanoid. This is not good. And that was a lot of rolls and stuff like that. Who got over 20 besides Zeke? Towards the copse of woods that Laurel's kind of pointing at, you see a shadow kind of move with a weird, unnatural speed as it kind of slides across, and you don't get the clearest look at what it is.
How far?
Maybe 20, 25 feet in front of you. But in this like copse of trees.
Can I hunter's mark it?
I would like you to make a dex check to see if you could get it before it's completely out of your sight.
Come on, I've had enough Farron rolls. Please, 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 please. Could be worse. Dex? That's a 15.
It's a 15.
Could be worse.
Just
Had a
missed it.
feeling.
Just missed it. It was an 18 on the die. And then from a little bit further in the copse, I can't move. It hurts.
Does this voice sound like it moved further, or is it?
You said
There's an
it's up in
obvious.
the
There's an obvious.
trees?
No, it's a ground level, but it is a large shape. It's definitely contradicting itself, but nobody said it's smart.
You can piss off. We got places to be. Shit.
I bet.
Or do we get
this
rid of
is-
it? Or do
This
we
is what
handle this
Nimsy was
now?
describing.
This is what's taking out the lumberjacks.
So Farron, you would probably be the closest by only a few feet at the moment, right?
Yeah, I was walking forward the most.
Well, let's go over to here. PC
Oh,
tokens.
boy.
Let's start putting people on the map.
I don't like that.
Zeke's not on the map, so Zeke's over here
Map.
somewhere. And then there's the Farron. We've got a call. We've got a Laurel. What color is Yami?
White.
White. So the sound you guys hear on the map is about here, which is about 35 to 40 feet deeper in the woods, past some trees. 60 feet, okay. Yeah, sounds like it's coming from over here. Like straight back from you all.
Laurel is in crag cat form.
Okay. So with this last call and Farron having stepped forward, call issuing a challenge for it to piss off, you hear a snap of a twig from about where you thought you saw it move. And then Farron, in front of you, just with a speed you did not expect, there is a hulking beast with antlers for horns, a skull for a face, 2 arms that are way too long, legs too long, and standing before you is a Wendigo. And it's going to take a surprise attack on you.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna hit. That's a broken amount. You take 12 points of slashing damage. And
Okay.
14 points of cold.
Okay, halved.
Oh, good.
And I would like everybody to roll initiative. Zeke, you can also roll initiative because you will hear some shit going down.
Yeah, I think I definitely hear Farron getting hit.
Oh, my God. Oh, God.
Well, I'm glad we've got some diamonds.
Okay,
Rolled a
Laurel,
16.
a 16 for calm. Laurel?
1.
Ooh, disadvantage on your first attack.
Yeah, great way to
Zeke, you
start
got
off
a
the year.
2. Baron?
1.
Oh gosh. So Yami's right there with you, and Elena?
13.
13.
Lucky number 13.
Paul, what is your dex bonus?
My dex is +2.
Okay, so the Wendigo goes before you. It has a +4.
Ugh.
So, first things first.
Mm-hmm.
It is going to make 3 attacks on you, Farron. It takes 2 claw attacks. Only one of them hits. You take another 12 slashing and 7 cold. That's already halved.
Gotcha.
And then it's going to try and bite you. That's a nat 20.
This is gonna be fine.
You take 35 points of piercing damage as it bites into your shoulder and then lifts you up off the ground. You are grappled.
Farron is limp.
Oh, you went unconscious from that.
Uh-huh.
Oops.
Uh-huh.
Okay. That is the Wendigo's turn. Call.
Oh, okay. All right. Bonus action rage. And I guess I'm gonna just move over here next to where Farron was.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna try to hit it with the Shardolin thrower.
Nice.
So it's 19 to hit.
That hits. So you were close with the Skinwalker there, Farron.
They're very similar, just different lore.
That's 13 for the first damage.
All right.
And does it make a deck save? I mean, or not
Strength
dex,
save.
Strength save, yeah.
As a 14.
Yeah, it fails, so it gets pushed back 10 feet.
So it gets pushed back 10 feet with Farron in its arms.
And then you can do a second attack. Actually, yeah, that was 20 feet of movement, so I'm gonna move.
You could
right
throw
up.
the thrower. You don't have to. It does have the
Yeah.
returning feature.
Yeah, I'll stay right there and I'll throw it for the second one. It's a 27 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That's going to be 11 points of damage. And that's going to be my turn.
17 on its next save.
Yeah, so it saves on that one.
Okay. At the end of your turn, it's going to use its legendary action to move. I have to be on the right screen. To move over to here. And he drops Farron. Elena.
Any check that I can do to know about weaknesses of Wendigos?
You could make an Arcana check.
Oh, hey, that's a 21, dirty.
They don't have any weaknesses that you're aware of, but you do know that cold and fire won't do any damage to it.
Perfect. All right. At which point she's going to use Chromatic Orb and use Lightning.
Ooh.
Or Electric, rather. And she's going to cast that at...
Actually, I do need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Call, I would also like you to make one. I forgot to have you make one at the beginning of your turn.
No.
So dirty 20.
25.
You guys are both good. You start to feel like a hunger in your stomach, like you haven't eaten in days, but you shake the feeling.
Where was I? Oh yes, I'm gonna zap this bad boy. Believe it's an attack roll. Yeah. I'm casting it at level 2, by the way.
Okay.
And that is, say 23 to hit.
23 hits.
Excellent. That is 23 damage.
Very nice.
Electrical.
So you shock it. I need your help. Anything else?
Bonus action to Misty Step.
That'd be 2 spells. Over first level. You can move. You are 15. You're 20 feet away from him. You could move back behind Laurel quite easily.
Well, just to put Laurel in between Elena and itself. I'm pretty sure it's seen her at this point.
Absolutely, it's seen all of you.
Cool. Yeah.
Right.
That's exactly what she's going to do.
And then it is Scython's turn. He's like, "Hey, you better not hurt any of my friends here." And he is going to charge the guy. He's going to take 2 attacks on it. That's a hit. That is also a hit. 21 total damage between his 2 slicing attacks. Okay. And then he's going to bonus action, or not bonus action, use his action surge and take 2 more attacks on it. That's a miss. That's a miss. At the end of his turn, it's going to use... Oh, it didn't get its legendary actions back. Okay. Zeke, it is your turn. You hear screams of pain coming from your friend Farron and combat in the woods. But you can't see any of it.
So, logistical point. Did you still want us to roll our first death save when we went down?
Oh, yes. Sorry. Thank you. Farron, please.
It's a 19.
Okay. So you watch him go down, like, he's still breathing, but it seems like he's hurt pretty bad.
How far am I from the group?
You are not sure as far as Zeke is, but for your notification, he's about 150 feet away from him.
Okay. Okay. That changes things a little bit. Well, I guess it's God, that insight check. He's going to cast Longstrider on himself and move 35 feet closer.
Okay.
And that'll be his turn.
Okay. Farron, please make a death save. Private lady.
Which one's gonna kill you tonight?
Oh boy.
Okay. Laurel. You are far enough. Okay, you're fine.
It's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Is Farron just on the ground?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bleeding quite profusely from his shoulder and neck.
Yeah, I immediately dash over.
You are a crag cat.
I bonus action turn back into myself. And cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level on Farron.
Okay.
That would be 17 healing.
So you watch as some of the bite wounds just start to stitch themselves back up, scar, and then fade as Farron comes back to consciousness.
Not yet, Farron. Not yet. Not yet.
I thought it was nap time.
No, nope. It's not nap time. It's sure not nap time. Time
Are
to
you
get
hungry
up.
too?
Oh, you poor thing.
Anything else, Laurel?
Am I kind of safe behind the tree-ish?
You can
Kinda
see the
like-
Wendigo's legs underneath the canopy of the tree, even though it's low. Like, that's behind the. That would be behind the thing.
Pull Farron back like 5 feet with me?
Yes.
Yeah, I would just drag him. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
It is the Wendigo's turn, and there is a meal in front of it. It's going to take 3 attacks, but it's going to use
Bye, Scython.
its aura of fear to give itself advantage on this turn's attacks. First one hits. Second one hits. And then the third one hits. Okay. No crits. He takes 12. It grabs him with one claw and sinks it through the armor into his flesh. Grabs him on the other side, same thing. Bites down into his neck the same way it did to Farron. Lifts him up in the air. And he's hanging limp. Call, it's your turn.
Yeah, you said he's limp, right?
Yes. It does have both of its claws and its jaws sunk into Scython's body, so it's possible there may not be an attack of opportunity if you run by him like that. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I'm gonna move. Or was it right there? All 40 feet.
Okay. It does not stop gorging on Scython.
All right. Then I'm going to, with the Charlatan hammer again, make my first attack with it. It's 21 to hit.
It hits.
23 points of damage. And make a strength save.
It's going to use its only legendary resistance to resist.
All right. And hammer flies back to me, and he's doing the same thing. Fuck. Second one's an 11 to hit.
Misses. The hammer goes just a little wide, swings around, and comes back to you.
Use my bonus action to make a frenzy attack.
Nice.
Fuck me. 13 to hit.
Again, the hammer goes just a little wide, and he blocks it with Scython's body.
Yep, that's my turn.
At the end of your turn, he drops Scython and turns to you, and it's like this weird double tone howl. It shrieks at you. And he's going to use his legendary action to run off into the woods. Elena.
How long does it take for the Wendigo to
A second. It's fast. Like scary fast.
She's gonna throw one more level 2 ball of electricity at it.
Okay.
She is pissed.
Try to eat
At
it for a
20.
boy toy. Ooh.
You don't come between Elena and her boy toy. Anyways, there we go.
So that is max damage plus a dice roll. So is that 48?
Yeah, it was 48.
So that's already starting at what, 30, 32? 32 damage plus the dice roll? Go for it. So yeah, roll the
Plus-
dice and add it.
Plus another 48? Or
Yeah,
what-
so
sorry.
it's 32 because it's max damage for the dice roll, and then you roll 4 more d8 to add to it.
Oh my god.
Crits are nasty in my game.
Plus another 17 damage.
You hear a... But you still hear the footsteps and breaking of limbs as it's running, trying to continue running away.
She is just gonna run to the limp body of Scython and do what she can to get him stable.
His first death save was an 18, so he's still that much of it.
Can I still see him from where I am? Or
You,
no?
it's the where he got to, the Wendigo or Scython?
The Wendigo.
You can still kind of see him through the trees. He's getting off towards the thicker part of it though, as after Elena's chromatic orb.
Okay.
It's Scython's turn. He's going to make another death save. Okay. And Zeke.
I'm just gonna action dash and my movement, so it's 70 feet. So I think I'm 45 feet from
Yes.
the party at the moment.
You can kind of see Elena over a crumpled body on the ground, and Cragcat, or not, no longer Cragcat, Laurel. You see actual Laurel with Farron and Yami. No sign of whatever the thing is or call at the moment. Farron, you have 17 hit points.
I'm gonna yell to Call. Call, can you see it?
Barely.
All right, let's do some Farron shit. I'm going to cast Zephyr Strike, and I'm going to tick that bad boy on, and I'm gonna run to here. Would this give me line of sight?
Barely.
Like coverage?
Like
Does it have-
3/4 cover.
Okay, I have a good amount of movement left. Is there a space, like, I see there's a gap. Like, if I went up here, that would be the rest of my movement. Would this get me a better?
He'd have about half cover instead. Still a rough hit, but
All right, I've already moved my token. And Farron's going to pull out the laser rifle, activating Zephyr Strike, and he's going to go down to a knee and try to just drill this fucking thing.
Zephyr Strike gives you advantage on one attack? Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, it's no proficiency, so it's just plus your dex mod.
Just +2. Does an 18 hit?
A chunk of a tree just shoots off.
Fuck.
Wait, what is half cover?
+2?
+2, I think.
It just hits. Yeah, it just hits. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he has a +2 for half cover. So this bolt, like, you see it like blow off the barest edge of the tree bark that this thing is kind of standing behind as it's trying to run away, and the bolt blasts in his back for how much damage?
Payback is a fucking bitch. 22 points of radiant plus 4 points of force.
Yes.
You blow a hole through this thing's back and blast into the tree on the other side of it. And you hear more in the bad side of the double tone. I just wanted help. And no longer moving.
I'm reloading with my second. Can I reload with my second attack? Is that a thing?
Yes.
Okay, I'll use my second attack to reload.
Laurel, you hear that weird double voicey demonic sound come from the woods, and then the thud of something heavy hitting the ground, and you don't hear the sounds of something running away anymore.
Okay, I come around the tree here, and I cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level on Scython. He regains 15 health. Come on, guy. Come on, get up. Come on.
What the hell was that?
Well, it's just something that hit you. Come on, get up.
He starts getting up. And he looks to Elena. I'm not as helpful as I thought I'd be.
You're fine. No.
Zeke.
You're...
You help.
We're even the first one down.
I mean, you help take a chunk out of it.
Are
You need to
we
run
out of
away.
initiative?
So...
Yes.
Oh, we're out of
We're
initiative.
going to check this thing out, right?
I'm gonna take aim and I'm shooting again.
Yeah.
Double tap.
Point blank range, just take your, don't even bother with the dice roll. Like, wherever you're aiming is just a massive seared hole.
Oof.
Oh yeah, fuck this thing.
Do you think there were any others? Oh god. Ooh. I don't like it.
Call's taking Farron's shatter spike and cutting off one of its horns.
Whoa. As you pull the antler away from its body, it turns to dust.
Ew.
And then looking down at the corpse, it's a pile of dust. A gentle wind comes by. It's gone. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Wow.
Oh, I hated that
Wow.
thing so much.
I hate it.
Oh man, I hate that thing.
And
I-
that's the only one, right? That's the only one.
I thought about giving it 2 legendary actions. I mean, all it can do for a legendary action was move up to its speed without provoking an attack of opportunity. I just wanted it to be like really fucking creepy. But it can hit really hard.
Yeah.
Mission successful.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh god.
I'm
Yay,
so
it's
glad
so great to be. We're back.
I Zephyr Strike.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm so glad you Zephyr Strike too.
And
Yeah.
one of the dice was a natural one.
It was going to action and movement continue running away, and then next turn after that, legendary action continue running. It would have gotten like 240 feet away. It would have been gone, buried
Would
in
have
the
been a
woods to track
problem
you
for-
again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
So based on the description you guys received, this is probably what killed the loggers.
Vengeance.
Yeah, we can't bring anything back to prove it.
You'd have just pissed off in the beginning.
There's a bite on my neck and Scython's
okay,
neck.
They're not completely healed. They are just mostly healed.
Yeah, I can help with that.
Does this mean what I think it means?
Level 7?
Level 7?
Does this mean level 7?
Level 7?
Level 7?
Yeah, I think it means level 7.
Yeah. Level 7.
Level 7.
I mean, yay.
Oh, that's.
Why do we only level up after I almost die?
It seems like a running thing. I don't
It's
know.
just Farron's
like-
thing, man. Almost die.
Almost
Say-
die.
Say
Hey,
less.
almost.
Say less. Level 7.
Um.
Oh, I get an advantage on initiative. Let's go.
So, yeah, anything you guys were training for, you guys get. Like, so the mounted combatants. Elena gets her Ice Adept. Zeke gets his Warcaster. And Farron and Call also get the Bond of Battle. I had already added them in there, but you guys actually get them now. So unfortunately, you don't get your full hit points if if you were low. Like, oh, Scython does not level up.
He just gets to live.
Yeah.
Right.
Now the woman he's interested in is way more powerful than he is.
Yeah.
And what can I say? I like weak men.
Thankfully, Rose said that, not Elena.
Yep.
Great.
My ass
Poor
walked into
guy.
the woods talking shit and got hit.
Fuck around, find out, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Hey.
Hey.
Pulse Johnson.
Bye.